Hey there everyone, welcome to Violet's Dream Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a what will happen this week reading, and this is one that I'm filming before I go back to my other address, so I will actually have filmed this several days in advance by the time it is posted, just so that when I travel cross country and then take a few days off for my birthday, I will have something to post to keep the schedule regular. So as you can see, I've got these really cute little Alice in Wonderland characters on the piles today. I do also have one of the baby oysters from Alice in Wonderland, but obviously I do 3 piles. I don't think I have any of the others from Alice in Wonderland. Maybe I do. There's quite a lot of characters in it, so maybe I do, and I just I'm drawing a blank at the moment. But yeah, we've got 3 characters from Alice in Wonderland on the piles today. And as always, before we get into the reading, I want to say a big thank you to all of my lovely subscribers and to all of my lovely patrons as well, including Alexandra, Kelly, Joan, Mia and Cara and Nicole. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for all of your support and love. And I would love it if you could subscribe as well. That means that you get notified whenever I release a video, and it also really helps out my channel. So we're going to take a look at the piles more closely, and you can just ask yourself while you're watching, what's coming up for me in the week ahead, what's going to happen for me in roughly the next 7 days, because you can watch this, you don't have to watch this at the start of the week, you can watch it at any point and it will give you roughly the next 7 days of your life. So over on pile 1 we've got the Mad Hatter. His hat is a bit crooked, but to be honest that's quite typical of his personality. Got the Mad Hatter and the Tarot of the Divine. Then over on pile 2 we have got Alice herself and the Fae Tarot. And on pile 3 we've got the Cheshire Cat and Tarot in Wonderland. So choose the pile that you're feeling drawn towards with your intuition. It's fine to choose more than one if you really can't decide, but don't just choose the character that you prefer or the deck that you prefer. Choose with your intuition where you're feeling most drawn, because that will give you the most accurate reading. And at the end of the day, that's what we're here to do. So when you're ready, pause the video if you need more time, or go back to the start of the video, and I will get started with pile number 1. Hey there, group 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Mad Hatter and Tarot of the Divine, this is going to be your reading, so we'll put him down there so he can watch what we're doing. And let's get your tarot cards. What's coming up for you in the week ahead? I would love it if you could subscribe, group 1, if you haven't already. Okay, so here we've got the 3 of Wands. Then the Sun, that's a nice card. Well, they're both nice cards to open out with. The 7 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that it's a very expansive week for you. So we start out the week very much focused on goals and achievements and even traveling or trying new things. Some of you might be booking a trip or going away somewhere. The Sun is just a really brilliant card of feeling confident and courageous, and that just really proves that you're on the right path. The 7 of Pentacles shows that there may be some waiting. Either you've done something or put some effort towards something and you're waiting for the benefit or the outcome, or you're waiting for someone to get back to you or to hold up maybe their end of the bargain of something that you've teamed up on. And then the 2 of Pentacles indicates trying to balance things. So doing your best to keep all of the plates spinning towards the end of the week. You might have taken on quite a lot, or you might just be busy in general. I also kind of get the vibe that for some of you, there's some serious saving going on this week. You're really determined to save money. It's just coming across not so much as cutting down on spending, but saving money towards a particular goal. So that's an extra message for some of you. Ooh. Okay, Storm Angel, number 35, collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. So that's very interesting given the Seven of Pentacles, where I said that you could be waiting for someone to hold up their end of the bargain in a situation. You might find that another person's work style is very different to yours. You might find that someone else's interpretation of a deadline is very different to yours. And that causes some frustration or irritation. Like you said, I needed this by Wednesday, and they're like, well, you know, you'll have it by next Wednesday. What's a Wednesday? Wednesday doesn't even exist to me. You know, it's that kind of like frustrating, oh my God, feeling. You have decrease, the Four of Cycles, and the honoring path, the Seven of Intentions. So decrease makes a lot of sense given that I can see that you start the week with a lot of great momentum and gusto, and you seem to end the week a little bit more stressed or a little bit more frazzled than you started it. So that doesn't mean that there isn't any, you know, progress within the week. I really do think that there is, especially as far as finances are concerned. And I feel like you're getting all of your tasks ticked off, but I feel as though mentally or emotionally you do feel more stressed by the time the week is out because of external circumstances or other people, so things that are outside of your control. But generally you are just trying to, you know, maintain your integrity, stick to your morality, stick to what you've promised to do or what you've said that you would do. So it's like you sticking to your word, basically. We have jeweled web, number 32, connectivity. So this is it. It's not that you have done anything wrong, because you haven't. You've really put your work in, you've done your stuff, etc., but everything is connected. It's not that you're able to do everything by yourself, or that you're you're completely independent of other people or circumstances. It's in fact all connected. So it could be that for example, you have spent a long time prepping for something and then you go to hand it in and it's closed, or the person you need to speak to isn't there. It could be, as I said, a collaboration with someone else where you need them to do something and they don't get it done by a certain time, or they don't do it to a certain standard, and that's frustrating. Setting your course in the reverse, the Three of Scrolls. Yeah, so again, it really feels as though you have your strong intentions at the start of the week, and then the things that are outside of your control kind of create a little bit of disruption or a little bit of tension as you go through the week, because you're not able to steer that ship by yourself. You're dependent upon the wind, you're dependent upon the tide, you're dependent upon everyone else who's on that boat with you. It's not just the job of the captain to get the boat from A to B. You know, you've got other people and you've got the external forces that are exerting variables upon it as well. So that's how I feel you feel in this week. You feel like the captain of a ship where it's just not quite going on the course directly that you want it to. There's a little bit of meandering, or there's a little bit of stopping over here for a while and stopping over there for a while, and you're just like, come on, I just want to get to this one place. That's literally why I got on the boat in the first place, is to get to that destination. We have the Secret Witch, number 21. I'm going to need to look in the guidebook for that one, but that's an interesting card. This is a new deck that I just got a few days ago. I'm still getting used to all of the meanings. So the Secret Witch reveals that you will not lose your spontaneity. You will pass subtle tests by improving on your weaknesses and seeing yourself in a brighter light. Someone will reveal heartfelt sentiments. You may also discover hidden secrets. You may be gathering relevant knowledge to determine whether to advance or to retreat. Both are correct at certain moments. The choice is yours and may be secret. Okay, so possibly uncovering hidden knowledge. I like how it said that you will pass subtle tests and not lose your spontaneity, because it's like literally saying you're able to adapt to the changes that frustrate you or feel out of your control sometimes. And I also like as well, someone will reveal heartfelt sentiments, because I really feel that if you're dealing with another person who is causing problems by not getting things done on time or not getting things done to a certain standard, it's not because they're doing it out of malice or because they are genuinely trying to ruin your plans or make life difficult for you. It's just that's who they are, or they generally have a very busy week, and that's not like the top of their list of priorities, so they're getting other things done instead. So it's not that they are trying to make life more difficult for you. They do genuinely like you. It's just that there are other things that are playing a factor there. So the unseen. Wow. Next to the secret witch, number 4, too much is hidden from you. Okay, so there is some stuff going on that you're not aware of in this week. And as I said, it could be whatever's influencing this other person that's stopping them from getting things done within a certain time frame. But yeah, there's stuff going on that you're not entirely aware of, or that you don't have all of the information to make a decision. You might be waiting to hear back from someone else so that they can tell you what they want, but then, you're running out of time to make that decision. It's that kind of feeling that I'm getting, that you're literally waiting for someone and they're just not quite getting back to you, or they're not doing what you've asked them to do, even though they promised that they would. But by the end of the week, it feels like you do have that hidden information that has been concealed from you, or the things that you weren't aware of start to fall into place. So number 68, we have Der Götze des Leidens, the idol of suffering. Then we have number 43, Der Götze der Beherrschung, the idol of, I guess, it's not so much domination, it's more ruling. It's being in charge. And number 71, Der Götze des Schlafs, the idol of sleep. So you've got quite a few idol cards here, which refer to things that are holding you back or things that are getting in your way. Interesting that you've got the sort of clam image here, when I said that I do have the little baby oyster plush from Alice in Wonderland, but that's interesting. So you need to prioritize sleep or rest in this week, and that's evident with the Two of Pentacles, which is like quite a stressful card. You might find that your mind is very awake when you're lying in bed trying to get to sleep, because you're thinking about all the things you've got to do tomorrow, all the things that you still haven't gotten done. So prioritize sleep and rest. Der Götze des Leidens, the idol of suffering, I feel like that's just to do with frustration and annoyance at other people. And the, yes, literally the idol of being in control or ruling. It's literally saying like you want to just get everything done by yourself, and you're just thinking, if only I could just, take this, do it by myself, then there would be no problem. But it's because of other people that I've got to sit around and, wait. And that's really, really annoying. So I do feel that you're at the end of your tether a little bit with other people in this week, but ultimately I think it works out okay. It's like all's well that ends well, basically. So this really fits well with your situation. We've got Flyde med strømmen, lad tingene ske. Sorry, I couldn't see that then. So fly with the current, basically. Let things be. It's like adapt to the situation as it's happening. Don't try and fight against changes or fight against things that you can't control. Don't fight against the tide, basically. Let things be, let things happen, and then adjust yourself to them once they've happened. I think that's very, very good advice given what we've seen in the reading so far. Ptice prinesjot, the bird is bringing it. So we've got, this is the 8 of arrows, and as you can see, the bird is carrying a little scroll. So I feel like that's saying just in the nick of time you get what you need, or you will eventually get this information or this answer or this service that you've been asking for. It just comes after a bit of a wait period that leaves you feeling a little bit stressed. This could also mean that you're receiving a gift or some really important news or some kind of offer or opportunity in this week. Then we have barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So that refers back to that message of just feeling like, you know, you're just drifting a little bit, but not because of anything that you've done. You have table, hard work ahead. Makes sense given what we've already seen. Kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. And March, the month of March. So this situation might not conclude properly until March, perhaps. Or maybe you're affected by something in the previous March that's still like hanging over you, or something that you're still dealing with. But March is coming up as a message for some of you in this week. Your advice in the week ahead is full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture. And again, that makes a lot of sense because I see definitely that there's a strong tendency to get bogged down in the details. But when you start to get really involved in the nitty gritty and the little things, that's when you're not letting things be. That's when you're, you know, really stressed and it takes your eye off the overall goal. When you start to nitpick or be petty and be like, well, if you haven't done that for me, then I'm not doing this for them, or I'm not doing this for you, you know. Yeah, okay. And then in this card, you can see there's a smiling teddy bear. And I don't know how well you can see this, but it says that it's $19.99. The price of the teddy, and then the other one is kind of a lot more shy. He looks quite quiet. He also looks a little bit sad, and he's just $1.99. So this is about how you value yourself, how you value your time, and your understanding of your perceived value by others. So you might be feeling undervalued by, you know, someone wasting your time or not valuing the fact that you need something to happen soon. You might feel as though you need to increase the way that people see you and value you and respect you. And that could be by laying down firmer boundaries or being a little bit harsher with people, you know, like, I'm not going to take this, etc. It doesn't mean you need to be nasty, but just being more assertive and clearer about what you will and won't accept for yourself. So that's definitely a big focus of this week, is esteem, both how others see you and the way that you view yourself, your worth, etc. So we'll move on now to your charms. It's a very interesting reading so far, and then we'll get your dice as well. So this one fell out while I was shuffling. This is the Triskelion. So Manannán Mac Lia is coming out for you as a patron deity in this week. You've also got the wish charm. Okay, so if you want to just pause the video and make a wish while looking at this charm, then go ahead and do that. Possibility of a wish being granted this week. We have things measuring up to your expectations. So maybe deep down you do expect someone to mess you about, or someone to not be you know, as efficient or as, what's the word, conscientious as you in this week. The octopus is just showing me that you have so much going on. You've got so much that you're trying to juggle and get done. The worry thread, actually it's a couple of worry threads mixed together. So definitely there is some anxiety. We have got a masculine showing up here with the mustache. So it could be a masculine energy that is, you know, messing you about or not being efficient enough for you. Waiting for the stars to align. So possibly when there is a transit or shift, that's when things change and when you get this clarity or when you get this conclusion to the situation. You have the Chamber of Secrets entrance charm. That's like opening a can of worms or battling a monster, battling with a maybe a difficult part of your psyche, for example. Maybe this whole situation triggers old feelings of low self-esteem, and you're like, right, I need to deal with this. This has brought this to my attention, that this is something that's not yet resolved or not fully put to rest within my own psyche. Feeling overwhelmed with the insect charm there, because that always makes me think of like a swarm of insects. Growth. Got the letter P, so that could be someone's name or surname, or it could be a word that comes to you. That doesn't have to begin with P, but as long as P is like a major sound within that word or name, then take it. Take whatever comes to you when you think about the letter P in this week. We have the cartouche, which is a really lovely, very powerful charm. That means that you are divinely protected through this lifetime and the next lifetime. It's like a 2-lifetime deal of quite a lot of divine intervention or divine overseeing of your life. And then finally we have got the crocodile charm, which refers to a toxic or manipulative person. So someone who might always put their needs first and might try and get you to do something for them. Don't be guilt tripped into taking on more than you can cope with. In this week, don't make someone make your life harder by piling their work on top of your pile or schedule or anything like that. Just hold your hand up, be assertive and say, no, I can't do this. I'm too busy. Ask someone else. You don't even have to say sorry if you don't want to. Let's look at your dice now as well. Really interesting reading. I haven't done one like this ever, I don't think. So we're rolling the 3rd set of dice for you, and those are the mystery dice. These ones. Interesting how there's a chess piece there. Sort of fits this vibe. Oh, and that was a 4 that landed on 4 originally, and then I picked it up and dropped it, and it turned to 0, but it's a 4, so we'll take 4 dice. Okay. Interesting. So here we've got the person who's sort of afraid of the future. So it could be that you're really panicking as a deadline approaches. You're like, oh my God, I need this to happen. I need this done. It could be that you're worried how someone will react if you assert yourself, or how someone will react if you tell them that this isn't done yet, this isn't ready. We've got the person looking out of this storm drain, these like eyes peeping out. So this always refers to when you feel very keenly that other people are watching, or you're very aware of other people's sort of opinions or judging or beliefs. It's that kind of thing. And this goes quite well, I think, with the self-esteem message, where you kind of worry about other people's opinions of you. It's like you're very much aware of how you come across in this week, or you're very much aware of how people will perceive your actions or judge the result or the quality of your work. It's like very much in the forefront of your mind. We have papers, important documents. Maybe you need someone to write something for you. Maybe you need a reference or something, or you're waiting to hear back maybe from like a job application or something. Important communication. Try and keep things in writing actually in this week, so that you've got proof that you've told this person you need their assistance, or you need it done by this date. Because if you're on the phone to them, then, or if it's just a verbal discussion, then they can obviously argue that it never happened. So make sure that you have like a paper trail or written evidence of what you've said or asked for. And then you've got the handcuffs, one of which is open. So this is about restriction and freedom from restriction, ultimately. So a feeling of liberation or relief when this situation is behind you. I feel like that's towards the end of the week. A feeling of just, oh my goodness, now I need to go and get some sleep. You know, this just like a weight has been lifted, or like a burden has been removed from you. So that's what I'm seeing for your week ahead, Group 1. I really hope that you have enjoyed the reading. Please let me know in the comments how this resonated with you. Please like, share and subscribe as well if you enjoyed this video. That really helps me to get seen more on YouTube and to get these messages to as many people as possible. And do check out my description box or the comment that I post in the comments section if you're interested in the work that I do. They're always full of links, so you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram to get daily oracle cards in your feed. You can book a private reading with me on Etsy. I also offer healing sessions and guardian angel information packs over there. You can go and head over to Patreon if you would like to become a patron. There you get access to exclusive content like extra picker cards and giveaways and healing sessions and things that I do only for patrons over there. If you would like to send a gift to the channel, that is very, very kind of you. I have 2 wish lists linked below for new decks. I also have a PayPal link for tips and donations, which support me in the work that I do here. And if you would like to get 10% off beautiful handmade jewelry, head over to Modern Day Manifestations. The link is below, and that will activate the discount code, which you should apply at checkout. The discount code is Violet, and that will give you 10% off your first order, and they have free international shipping. And I thoroughly recommend their beautiful bracelets and their crystal Apple watches and other things that they have over there. It's all really nice and really good quality. So thank you so much for being here, Group 1. Have a lovely rest of your day and a wonderful week ahead. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Hey there, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose Alice and the Fae Tarot, this is going to be your reading. We're just going to put Alice there so that she can watch what we're doing, and we're going to get your tarot cards first and then move on to the oracle cards and then the charms and dice. So I would love it if you would subscribe, Group 2, if you haven't already, so that you get notified whenever I release a new video. Let's see what's coming up in roughly the next 7 days for you. So it's not necessarily corresponding to the calendar week, it's just the next 7 days from whenever you watch this video. Okay, so we have the Empress as your first card there. Then we have the 5 of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Swords. And the Ace of Cups. Now what's interesting is I was doing the pre-shuffle when I was just introducing the pile, and I dropped a card on the floor and I picked it up and put it back in the deck because I wasn't like shuffling properly, and it was this one. So it clearly wanted to come out, so that's really nice that we've gotten that card there. So we've got Gemini, Libra and Aquarius showing up so far in your reading, as well as potentially Taurus as well. So there's a few things going on. I do see a little bit of, at the start of the week, feeling a little bit left out or feeling a little bit taken for granted by others. And with the Empress, I feel like you start to realize that your happiness cannot depend on anyone else. You can't live your life having your happiness being dictated by the moods or behaviors of another person. So it's really important that you take care of yourself and that you center yourself in your daily life. The Empress is where you start to really look after yourself, love yourself, etc. Why is Gunfeld turned around like that? Face us. There we go. So yeah, you got to really look after yourself and place that responsibility upon yourself, and it feels as though you're cherishing yourself a lot more as you go into this week. Maybe you've booked something in for yourself, like having your hair done or having a massage or something. Maybe you are just determined to take care of yourself more, eat more healthily, exercise a little bit more. All of those things have a very big knock-on effect for your general mood and emotional health throughout the days and weeks. And the Knight of Swords is like speaking your mind. Like, I really get the feeling that you're only prepared to accept people in your life in the future if you can be honest with them and they can accept you for who you really are. The Ace of Cups is showing that you are very focused on relationships in this week and how people treat you in general. So I'm really interested to see what your oracle cards are going to say, because it's like you're setting down a lot of firm like boundaries or resolutions for yourself, and it's like, this is how it's going to be from now on. I'm not going to compromise on this. I'm not going to go back on it. This is what I want. So we have number 18, Violet Duchess, stifled, bored and stuck. So like I said, feeling taken for granted or feeling like nothing's just changing in your life. You want things to be different. We have Milestone in the reverse, the 6 of Events, and your higher self in reverse, the 2 of Spirit. So, you know, this is all sort of coming together. It just feels as though you're a little bit dissatisfied with life. You feel disillusioned potentially. Like, I keep being drawn to the image on the 5 of Pentacles there of this creature that's looking inside this fairy home and just obviously is in the snow outside, whereas they've got a fire. He feels cold emotionally, not just the the physical sensation of being outside in the winter, but it's the emotional coldness of being left out or not having that sort of space to go into. That is really what that card is talking about. And so it does feel as though you've become not complacent, that's not the word I'm looking for, but just apathetic in many ways, like dissatisfied with life and unfulfilled, and like I'm just feeling like underwhelmed in general. And that could be a build up from the past 2 years, or it could just be a more recent thing, but yeah, you want things to change. We have Spirit of the River, number 50, movement towards adventure. Literally what I was talking about. You want more adventure. You want something just more exciting in your life. You're so done with anything that just feels samey or feels, humdrum, mundane. You want something more interesting. And it could be that you don't really know where to start with this, but it feels like you've at least got the intention in this week. So here we've got balance in the reverse, the 7 of forces. So this is really showing group 2 that you are struggling with keeping the balance in your life and, feeling out of sorts, maybe even out of control, like you don't have a lot of say in where your life is going, that you feel like a sort of passive agent in your life overall, rather than the person who is making the decisions or the person who is living life to the full. You want more excitement and adventure, but obviously that can be a bit daunting or a little bit hard to get started with if you don't know really where to begin. Now here we've got the Cauldron Witch, number 4. Now that is an interesting card. I'm going to read from the guidebook what it says. It's a very recent deck that I just got a couple of days ago. So Cauldron Witch, number 4. The Cauldron Witch reveals that you can change your fate through your intuition and physically by eating healthily and avoiding toxins. By recognizing where fate is lending you a kindly hand and where your own efforts are best exerted, you have a perfectly wholesome recipe for mind, body, and spirit success. Your dedication to your life plans and ambitions brings changes, growth, and happiness. You may be tested, but through effort you will overcome difficulty. And that was literally what I was saying. Like I said, you want to eat differently or take care of your body through exercise and things, or mindful practices, and it really does have such an incredible knock-on effect for your body and your emotions. Obviously we weren't able to do a lot of that during the toughest lockdowns, but I go to the gym 2 or 3 times a week. It makes me feel so much better. It has a real knock-on effect throughout the week of my overall contentment and emotional happiness, and obviously it's good for the body as well. So that's kind of where I feel you're coming from, is that you just want to not only do things differently because you maybe want to improve your health or your fitness or your appearance, but in general you just want to feel more content. And you want to make some changes. You want to have some fun and some adventure. Atlantis, rapid development, excellence, success, number 19. I love that card. Love that card. So rapid changes or rapid improvement in this week. And divination, what number is that? 15. Prophecy, fate, destiny, and future fortune. So I love that because the Cauldron Witch literally said, like, you can change your fate by the decisions you make with regards to your health. And I just think that's really, really interesting. Especially given what we've already heard in your reading. Number 35, Stärke, strength, physical strength, as we were talking about fitness before, but emotional strength as well, resilience, mental strength in the form of curiosity and intelligence and always learning something new. I love this as well. Oh my goodness. I love how your cards are all just fitting so nicely together. So we have At gå fremad. Gør dig klar til positiv forandring. So this means going forwards, like moving forwards, forward movement. And it says, get ready for positive change. Wow. Group 2, that's incredible. Wow. I'm so happy that you've got that card. And I love the colours on that card as well. Whenever I see it, even though it's not the brightest of the cards, it just really, I don't know, something about the darkness and the blues really draws me in. For some reason I just felt like we needed a few more of these. So from this deck we have got Wall, Misunderstanding, Ear, Good News, that's always nice, Four-leaf Clover, yay, great good fortune, Kite, Vacation or holiday, Broken Ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business, Wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly, and Rat, someone working against you behind your back. So this makes a lot of sense. So the Wheel certainly was how I felt from the Violet Duchess card, and a little bit from like the Five of Pentacles card of just feeling like you're going forward but not really doing anything. Like you're going forward in terms of time, but you're not really going forward in terms of progress or enjoyment or experiences. And with Wall, Misunderstanding, you know, and we've got a couple of cards here about potential falling out with someone or even a breakup, which could have led you to feel this way, like just disillusioned. It's almost like I don't want to try in case I experience those negative repercussions or rejections or you know, worse, sadness. Like I don't want to take myself out of the status quo for it only to lead to greater upset or greater sort of misery in any situation. But I like that we have holiday, I like that we have good news, and I like that we have good luck as well, good fortune. That's really lovely. And the rat could also be referring to someone important in your life or influential in this situation who was born in the Chinese year of the rat. So that could just be a zodiac marker for a lot of you. Interesting. Literally progress is what we're seeing here. You can see there's a camera and there are two little children behind the camera holding hands, and they're about to enter the camera, and then they're coming out as you know, a bride and groom, a man and woman. So they're growing up as they go through the camera. So I always think of transitional phases when I see this card. Obviously as well, it is also connected to partnerships, romance especially, or weddings, committed relationships, but it can also be business partnerships, as was mentioned here, or just really good friendships where you sort of want to be together forever through all of the transitional phases in your life. And that could be something that you feel you've lost recently, or that you feel you've been even denied. Like you could be someone who's had to go through university or education or a new job all online pretty much, and therefore you've not formed the connections that you should have formed during that time, and you feel like that's been stolen from you. We've also got the Curious Machine. So they're two sort of interesting machines where you put something in and you get something out, and this has got equations and sort of liquids going into it, and then out comes a stripy cute egg. So out comes that new possibility or that new door. So it's very much, these two cards are talking about what you put in determines what you get out. So obviously, you know, it can be frightening to take the next step or to book a trip or have, you know, the opportunity to go traveling and to take that first step, or to book yourself onto a course or a class or something. It can be scary to take that plunge, but if you don't do it, then you're not going to get the reward that you're hoping for from it. You know, it's like if you keep doing the same things, you're just going to get more of what you already have. And in order to get something different, you need to do something differently. That's what the cards are telling you. And you know this already deep down, but it's just hard to take that plunge. Stupaj ostorожно, okay, tread carefully. That's the 13 of diamonds, and we've got this sort of fox that's carefully stalking through the grass. So that's just like, you don't need to force yourself to go more quickly than you're comfortable with. You don't need to take on loads and loads of stuff all at once. You can have adventure in a very one thing at a time sort of way. But still do it, is what the cards are saying. You don't need to push yourself really far out of your comfort zone. Just do it one little nudge at a time. And your advice for the week ahead is new moon in Capricorn. Step up and lead. So new moon obviously refers to this new beginning. Step up and lead, that's your assertiveness or your decisiveness coming through. Capricorn isn't really a sign that takes kindly to other people telling them what to do. So the Capricorn is quite an ambitious sign. It's a cardinal sign. So it's one that takes responsibility for itself. It's a doer. It does things. As opposed to other signs that are more muted, who will just sort of follow other people's, plans or things like that. The Capricorn is the one that makes the plans as a cardinal sign. So that's what I see with that card, is the need to start something, the need to push and use that assertiveness and decisiveness to push you forward. Even if it's just that first initial burst, that gets the momentum going and gets you moving forward. So we're going to do your charms and dice now for your extra messages, group 2. So there it is right there, the crown, sovereignty. Literally, this is about taking steps for yourself, taking important decisions and not allowing other people to make those choices for you. We've also got the 6 of Wands charm, hallelujah, victory. This can talk about promotions or just successfully navigating a situation. It's also where you feel proud of yourself and other people recognize your work, or they show respect for you in some way. We've got angel wings. The angels are with you as you make these decisions for yourself. Beauty and blossoming. So there's going back to taking care of your body, but also to sort of opening up confidence-wise. We've got the number 9 on the astrology dice. So the number 9 could obviously refer to the 9th, 19th or 29th of a month being important, if that's relevant to this week. It could be about the 9th month, September. The 9th sign, Sagittarius, or I think most importantly the 9th house, because the 9th house governs like long trips, like long distance travel. It governs philosophy, religion, all of these sort of interesting, curious things. So I do really get the vibe that a lot of you want to travel, or that you really want to massively shake up your life, and so that would fit a lot with the 9th house message. I would recommend looking at your birth chart and seeing which planets, if any, or asteroids that you have in the 9th house. I would recommend seeing what sign your 9th house is in and just looking at that and understanding what it means for you. Then down here we've got death, the need to release or change something. And we've also got space, needing space or giving someone space. But very interestingly, as you can tell, this is Saturn, and it's landing on the new moon in Capricorn card. So Saturn governs Capricorn, and Saturn's all about discipline, like sort of making yourself do something, pushing yourself to do something. And that's what I feel is really being like very dominant in your life in this week, is that need to go outside of your comfort zone or to make yourself do something, and then you've got the momentum going. So let's see what your dice have to say. So we're rolling the 4th set of dice, the Looney Tunes dice. These ones. You've got the plunger there about unblocking a stagnant situation. And we're rolling 2 dice for you. So it's interesting because you're group 2. Okay, so we've got the paint and the paintbrush. That's all about creativity and inspiration, expressing yourself creatively. It could be that you want to start a course about some kind of art, or you want to join a class maybe, or you even want to start making something creative, like, you know, painting or singing, or maybe you want to write a book or something, but you're afraid of how that would maybe be received by other people. And so that's sort of weighing on your mind a little bit. But that is what I'm seeing from that dice. And then with this one, we've got the mallet, and that's about exerting a lot of force. Again, when you think of that, a game that you play at the fair where you have to hit something with a mallet really hard to see if you can, you know, hit the top strength sort of thing, and then you win a prize. It's that kind of thing. It's that you need that initial outlay of energy, or that initial burst of self-discipline, in order to get the momentum going for you to experience the things that you want to. So it's just about pushing yourself to take that first step, and then you're there, group 2. That's basically what I'm seeing. So I really hope you've enjoyed your reading. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead and a lovely rest of your day. Please let me know in the comments what you thought of this reading, whether it resonated with you, because I would love to hear from you. Please do like, share and subscribe as well if you enjoyed this video. That helps out my channel, and it's a nice way to show your appreciation for the work that I do. If you'd like to get more involved with what I do here on the channel, or you're just interested in what I do, check out my description box or the comment that I post in the comments section below, because they're always full of links. So using that, you can head over to my Instagram and follow me over there to get daily oracle cards in your feed. You can head over to Patreon and consider becoming a patron, where you get access to exclusive content like extra picker cards and giveaways and healing sessions and all other things that I do over there. You can book a private reading or healing session with me on Etsy, and you can also get information about your guardian angel over there. If you'd like to send a gift to the channel, that would be very kind of you. I have 2 wish lists linked below for new decks if you'd like to send in a gift, and I also have my PayPal link linked below for tips and donations which support me in the work that I do. They help me to keep making these videos. And if you would like to get 10% off beautiful handmade crystal jewelry, head over to Modern Day Manifestations. Use the link below to activate the discount code. Just invented a new word there. And then at checkout, you can apply that discount code, which is Violet, and that will get you 10% off your first order, and they have free international shipping. So I thoroughly recommend them. Spread the new word, discode. I think that's such a funny accidental invention. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon, group 2. Bye bye. Take care. Hey there, group 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Cheshire Cat and the Tarot in Wonderland, this is going to be your reading. We're just going to put him there so he can watch what we're doing. So let's see what's coming up for you in your week ahead. This is roughly the next 7 days, so it's not necessarily corresponding to the calendar week based on when you watch it. This is going to give you approximately the next 7 days of your life. So I would love it if you could subscribe as well, group 3, if you haven't already. That means that you get notified whenever I release a video, so you never miss an upload, and it also helps out my channel as well. Okay, so we've got the Hanged Man as your first card. That's the Mad Hatter. We've also got the 6 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles. Wow, you've got the Mad Hatter in every card so far. And the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so a lot of Pentacles energy coming through here. So that's positive in terms of finances. I do see there being a little bit of stress in this week because I can see that you're struggling to juggle things. And I also see a lot of deep self-reflection with the Hanged Man. But I also see celebration. I see finances or gifts coming your way. And in general, I feel like there's positive karma coming your way in this week. So some kind of opportunities maybe, or things moving more smoothly with regards to like just general improved luck. So a little bit of stress and like fixing things out. But other than that, I think it's going to be a little bit of a smoother ride this week, I think. Let's see what the Oracle cards think. They'll give us a lot more information and context. But I just find it interesting how you've got the Mad Hatter in pretty much every card. So you have Storm Angel, number 35, collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. Okay, so that is where two people sort of clash, or two people's, if not personalities, then maybe their style of doing things clashes a little bit. Group 1 got that card as well, and that was the Mad Hatter was on Group 1, so that's an interesting connection back to those symbols. So then here you've got behind a mask in the reverse, the 3 of intentions. And then in the upright position, you have dark thoughts, the 3 of consciousness. So this is very interesting given that you've got the Hanged Man, because it's like you're ruminating a lot on some things that maybe have been difficult. Behind a mask is like coming forward, you know, when it's in the reverse, it's that mask is taken off. We can see what's behind that. We get clarity, we get truth. It's not always a comfortable truth to sit with. So I'm actually wondering, given that we've gotten 2 of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and then these 2 cards and the Storm Angel, I'm actually wondering if you're going to be confiding in someone in this week about something that's happened to you in the past, whether recent or, you know, historic past, or even whether you're going to be maybe having some kind of therapy session or counseling session. Maybe that's a new thing that you're starting, or it's had like a break or something. But I just feel like you're opening up about things in your past, or you're there for someone who is opening up to you. It could be the you're on the receiving end. And so you're either sitting with memories that are uncomfortable, or feelings that are perhaps uncomfortable or difficult to deal with, or you're helping someone navigate those feelings within themselves. And what I like is that I can fit that well with the 6 of Pentacles, given that that's like a karma card, because it feels like good karma is coming your way this week. So that's either because you're helping someone, or it's that now it's your time to process these feelings and actually to have someone on your side rooting for you, someone there for you. Like, you know, if this is to do with trauma, or if it's to do with being badly treated in the past, then clearly no one was there for you at the time to help you, or no one was there to stop you being hurt. But now it's your time to be heard, it's your time to be listened to, and I feel like there's an element of celebration which is either connected or it's completely separate in this week. We've got Vanishing Mirror, number 58, Ego Sublimation, which is very, very interesting as a card. It's like whatever is going on here with the confiding is really like transforming you as a person. It's possibly liberating past parts of you that are sort of trapped in the past, locked in past trauma. It could be that you're putting your like ego to the side in order to help and assist another person, and that's like a really transformative experience. Clearing the way in the reverse, the 4 of Keys. So even if this is not like something you can sort of fix, you know, overnight or fix in this week, it's at least making you aware of the blockages, and it's at least meaning that you're able to move past them more easily or clear them more easily, because at least you're aware of what they are. And for some reason I was still holding the deck and lifted it up, so we've got Will, Wisdom and Mind in the upright position as the base card there, the number 20. I don't really normally show the base card or use it in a reading, but clearly that one wanted to be seen, and that one's all about regaining your power and regaining your authority, so I think that fits very well with the messages you've gotten so far. Ooh, quite a few cards from the Modern Wiccan Spellbook deck. I will need the guidebook for these, but you've got the New Moon Witch, number 19. You've got the Coven Witch, number 20. And the Broomstick Witch, number 25. So let's check the guidebook for these meanings. I've never pulled any of these before. And I've only had this deck, a few days, but these ones have never come out. So the New Moon Witch, number 19. The new moon witch brings fresh opportunities and an expansion of present prosperity and luck. Your chosen course of action for future accomplishment becomes increasingly bright and clear. Good forces end disagreements. Positive action you take brings positive results. You may begin a new relationship or venture. So that's why I said that it felt quite new, this whole confiding thing or this therapy thing. Could be like just forming this new connection with someone because of the fact that you've confided in each other or you've been there for them or vice versa. So a new beginning, prosperity. I love prosperity. And like I said, it felt like a celebration and like gifts and rewards were coming to you. So that makes sense. So then the Coven Witch, number 20, says, the Coven Witch predicts a party or social gathering for you. Yes. Traditionally, a witch's coven consists of a group of 13, 6 men, 6 women, and a ringleader. You may be meeting authoritative people or find yourself being welcomed into a circle of like-minded people. You will choose carefully before stepping into any situation or signing an agreement that may prove difficult to extricate yourself from. So I literally felt like you were going to have a party or that you were going to be celebrated in some way or receive gifts or awards. Could be your birthday in this week and that's what that's about, but this is really, really interesting for me that we've gotten like that image of the people having like a tea party and then we've got the party message and it said it was a party for you, not just a party that you're attending. And then we have the Broomstick Witch, number 25. Like the Broomstick Witch who rides through the night air on her journey to the Sabbath, you have a mission. You reveal an urgent yearning for change. You will emerge from the maze within one lunar cycle, You will emerge from the maze within one lunar cycle. Problems are necessary stages to purification. Success in flying, swimming, and running are forecast when you work at your own pace. Do not let enthusiasm override. However wild your visions, you will avoid flying too high and too fast. So it's this need for change, and I like how it said you'll emerge from the maze within one lunar cycle, because that's like roughly corresponds to a month. So it might not all be done within this week, but you know, it won't take much longer than that. And seeing obstacles as steps that are necessary for purification is really nice. Also success with some kind of athletic hobby or fitness interest. We have telepathy. Number 30, nonverbal communication, energetic pulses, mind reading. And I like that because that fits well with how I said there was going to be a new relationship forming or a deepening connection as a result of opening up. And endurance, keep going. Number 43, keep going. Absolutely. Even if it feels difficult, don't throw in the towel, keep going. And obviously that fits with the Broomstick Witch message because she, as I said, is connected to the swimming or running or flying. So fitness or endurance in general. Number 9, der Graal, the Grail. So finding the Holy Grail. This is a very important week for you, Group 3. Either it's a time where you're hitting like a big milestone, and that's why I'm wondering if some of you have your birthday in this week and it's like a big birthday, or if it's coinciding with some like important change in your life, like a move or a new job. But whatever it is that you're finding in this week, whether it's a relationship, whether it's therapy, whether it's some like social event or an award or some gift or something, it's like the Holy Grail. It's like, oh my goodness, where has this been all my life? I would have benefited from this, like if I'd found this years ago, you know, it's like, it's incredible that I've now managed to get this. Two cards here. So we've got De 7 himmelske dyder, nøglerne til godhed, and that means the 7 heavenly virtues, the keys to goodness. And then here we've got at gå fremad, gør dig klar til positiv forandring, and that means going forwards or moving forwards, and it says get ready for positive change, and that fits so well with what we've already received. So the 7 heavenly virtues. Okay, so that could be that you're cultivating virtues like virtue ethics. It could be that you're just trying to be a better person generally, or you're trying to follow a certain system of morality. But I feel just in general that there's so much positivity coming towards you in this week. Like you're getting really positive karma, or you're getting incredible gifts, and it's like so rewarding in this week. It honestly feels like such a shift from what you've been experiencing previously. And I love this card about getting ready for positive change, going forwards. It's like just onwards seems to be your motto in this week. So I'm really, really happy for you, Group 3. This is an incredible prediction. So here we have got, let's just gather them all together. Handshake, a meeting with a stranger could be important, and that was why I was feeling like a new relationship of some kind. Either meeting like a new counselor or therapist or something, or meeting a healer, or meeting someone who could work with you in business or give you some advice, or even, you know, a friend or a romantic partner. It could be that you're just, I suppose, meeting with someone that you already know, but it's like, if we hadn't met up this time and had this discussion, our lives would have been very different. It's that kind of fated thing. Not unsuccessful plans. I, psychic ability, trust your intuition. Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So again, that goes back to tea party, like a nice meeting or collaboration. Bowl, plenty of material things. There's the Ace of Pentacles, as I said before. Gifts of some kind. We've got February. That could be when you're watching this, or it could mean, because it said, where was it, the Broomstick Witch, that you will complete this cycle within one lunar month. And if you're watching this in January, that would mean completing in February. That's incredible. Okay, we've got desk, pay attention to your work. Tree, affairs with your family. And well, family wishes come true. That's interesting that given that you've gotten the 2 mentions of family there. And obviously this could be a party or celebration with family, or it could be a family member that you're confiding in, or who confides in you. So lots and lots of things going on there that seem to fit really well with the reading. I like family wishes come true. Interesting. So here we've got 2 people on a balcony, like, you know, sort of royalty, or often on a balcony, or celebrities, and they both have mirrors for heads. So you have got the mirror symbol here, and telepathy. Obviously, there's like a mirror image going on there. So it could be that you're talking to someone who is mirroring you in some way, or whose experiences have been similar to your own. And therefore you build a very good rapport with them. But I think it's also to be with like being very aware of how other people perceive you, or being very aware of other people's opinions of you, or how you come across to others in this week. It's like appearance. And obviously you've got the mask being unveiled. So that's a very interesting set of messages. Then we have Самое большое дерево, the biggest tree, which I've dropped. And that is the 6 of circles, but it looks like number 60 as well, if that means anything to you. So the biggest tree, it's like standing tall and proud like the tallest tree. It's like growth. Rising high. And then your advice cards for the week ahead are last quarter moon in Cancer, take a breather. So don't feel bad about taking some time to yourself, especially if you are dealing with some heavy stuff. And full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. So you've got 2 Cancer cards there, which does obviously refer back to the upbringing potentially, especially to the mother. It refers back to any insecurities or deep-seated emotions that you might be carrying around with you. So that's very, very interesting that they're both Cancer, and they're both getting towards the end. It's last quarter moon and full moon. So it's like the completion of an emotional cycle, or laying something to rest emotionally. So let's do your charms and dice now as well, group 3, to get your extra messages. Okay, so we've got the worry thread. So there is some anxiety in this week or some worry, but I feel like that's what you're dealing with. That's what you're working through. We've got the Christmas tree representing wintertime. Obviously, if you're watching this when I post, then we are in winter. We've got Leo. And we also have intelligent, which is the reverse of the Gemini charm. So Leo and Gemini, a love heart. Supportive relationships, love in general, or friendship, people who care about you. We've got the gear landing on the 7 heavenly virtues, which means something is already happening. You're already incorporating or assimilating or working on these 7 heavenly virtues. We have health, helpful person, someone helping you. I really do feel as though you're in partnership with someone in this week that is giving you some kind of advice or therapy or help. And then we've got the compass, which is changing direction. So, you know, changing what you're doing, changing the path even of your life or destiny. We have the love and relationships ball. So again, relationships are a big theme for you in this week. And we do have the bat, which is symbolic of the shadow self, especially symbolic of fear as well. And we have got let your fears dissolve. So it's like working through fear or things that are really trigger a deep fear within you. We'll move on now to your dice as well to finish up your reading, group 3. Okay, so we're going to roll the 4th set of dice, which is the Looney Tunes dice. These ones. And we're rolling all 9 of them for you today. Okay, so plenty of dice. Let's get these. Okay, so we've got the bomb, which can signify something happening very suddenly or something in your life having a very big impact. We have also got the catapult, which refers to starting something, getting something off the ground, taking the initiative. We've got the stars there, which sort of comes up in Looney Tunes when people are having a fight. So it could be dealing with uncooperative people, or I feel more likely it's to do with conflict within your own self and settling that down and coming to terms with it or making your peace with it. We've got the plunger there, which is about unblocking a stagnant situation or unblocking emotions or thoughts that have become very blocked. We've got the road that's been painted, like the tunnel has been painted onto a wall to make someone run into it. So I guess it's like avoiding pitfalls. It's avoiding taking the wrong path or being misguided in any way, given that we've got the intuition message down here. We have the cheese, which always makes me think something stinks, being suspicious of something. Maybe you sense that someone's not okay, and that leads to you having a conversation with them that they desperately needed to have with someone but weren't willing to start by themselves. And then we have a few character dice. So we've got Elmer Fudd, and we also have Wile E. Coyote, and both of those refer to like feeling like a loser or a failure or someone who never seems to achieve what it is that they want. So that could really relate to the issues that you're dealing with, that you, feel maybe bad that you can't cope with it by yourself, that you need someone else's help, or feel bad that you just can't seem to get what you want. Feeling like a failure is like what comes from both of those, or a loser. And then we have Bugs Bunny, which is the protagonist dice, reminding yourself that you are the main character in your life story, and so you are by far the most important person. You're the person that you need to put front and center. You need to put your needs before the needs of anyone else. And that's incredibly important. So that's what I'm seeing in your reading today, group 3. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and please let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. Please do like, share and subscribe as well if you enjoyed the video, because that really helps me to improve my channel and to get seen more on YouTube. Have a lovely rest of your day and a wonderful week ahead. And of course, do check out the comment that I post in the comments section for all of the links if you're interested in the work that I do here. So you can go and follow me on Instagram to get daily oracle cards in your feed. I would love it if you would head over to Patreon and consider becoming a patron over there to get access to exclusive content like extra picker cards, giveaways and healing sessions and things that I do over there. You can book a private reading or healing session with me over on my Etsy page, and you can also get information about your guardian angel over there. If you'd like to send a gift to the channel, that's very, very kind of you. I've got 2 wish lists linked below for new decks, and I also have a PayPal link for tips and donations which support me in the work that I do. And if you'd like to get 10% off beautiful handmade crystal jewelry, then head over to Modern Day Manifestations. The link is in the description box, which will validate the discount code, and the discount code is Violet, which you can then apply at checkout. They do free international shipping, and their products are beautiful, so I really do recommend them, and that is to get 10% off your first order. So thank you so much for being here again. Have a lovely rest of your day. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.